What's your name, brother?
Shareef.
Shareef. I'm Frank. Nice
to meet you, Frank.
How old are you?
32.
32. Where you from?
From North Philly.
North Philly.
Yeah.
How long you been out here?
I've been out here at one point in time 3 years. This time I've been out here a year. I went in for a while and stuff and went into recovery and stuff, and I stayed in there for about 7-8 months. And then I relapsed. Me and my girl broke up, you know, and I tried to maintain and keep going to the classes and stay in recovery and things like that. And I didn't feel like I was myself. I had to be high. I had to be high because I didn't feel like I was me. So,
what's your drug of choice?
Heroin.
Heroin. How did that progression start? Did it start with pills first?
Yeah, it started with pills. Yeah.
What made you take the pills for the first? Just everybody else experiment?
I seen a buddy of mine just like always like a couple of my homies out there. They was like in a real nod, a dip. They was dipping real hard, nodding real hard, and stuff. And I wanted that.
Yeah.
I looked at that and I was like, yeah, I want that. But it's not like how it is now. Like it was a little bit finesse to it back then.
Yeah.
You know, now it's just over the scale. It's too much. Like, you know, you wake up sometimes don't even know where you at. You know?
And how do you support your habit?
Pretty much like, you know, I got some family that look out for me. You know, if they get tired of looking out for me, giving me money and stuff, then I go to the store and steal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you know, panhandle sometimes. Yeah.
What type of stuff you experience out here? You see going on out here?
I seen pretty much it all. Like, I seen people walk. I seen junkies walking across the street and shit, and just trying to cross the street, and they was just so high, I couldn't cross the street and the car speeding, and just they seen them. It looked like to me they seen them and then ran them over, just because that's what they wanted to do. You know, that's because that was a thrill for them. It looked like it to me. You know, and I ain't seen it just once. I seen it twice.
Yeah. And how that make you feel seeing something like that?
Made me feel real bad, man. It made me see, like made me want to like change my life, turn it around and stuff. That could be me. That could be me, or that could be my grandma.
Yeah.
You know, that could be my uncle or something like that. You know, just seeing that.
Yeah. And what would you like people to know about you? Somebody that just walking by, or somebody seeing this video that might be closed-minded and be like, oh, they just junkies, they just addicts, they just this, they just that. What would you like them to know about you?
I like them to know, like, before the drugs, before all this, like we was like the brother said, he was a stockbroker. You know, he was a bank manager. You know, a boxer. Me, I used to box. You know, I boxed for 6 years. You know, and you know, like it's more to it than just this. Like we somebody. Like, you know, even though like we choose to go down that road and do this, you know, but you know we need help. You know what I mean? Like we sick. You know, so you know, like it's resources and places out there for us and stuff. But you know, it's something that, you know, it's up to us if we want to go down that road and do that. Yeah. You know, just don't walk past and tease us. Don't hit us. Don't record us. Don't record us and then put it on Facebook and then you know spitting on us and doing things like that. You know what I mean? That's wrong. You know, because that could be you. And you know, just talking to somebody else that could be walking past, that could be you. You know what I mean? That could be anything.
I see that stuff where you'll see people taking advantage and I've seen that stuff being out here firsthand, and that shit always got me upset. You know what I mean? It's extremely cowardice. You know what I mean? Like for people to do that stuff to, first of all, to anybody, but let alone to somebody you see's in a fucked up state. You know, and not the best situation. You know, it's sad and it's unfortunate. But
I seen dudes walk down the street. Like I seen a few people walk down the street. Like just might be selling like deodorant. soap and shampoo and stuff, and then I seen just the dudes on the corner that's making money walk up and just take his whole bag and stuff and be like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, that's, like that man homeless. You don't know what he did and what he went through to go do that. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, brother. Yeah, it's
like me, like I try to keep myself together. Yeah. You know, so that way, like it got the best of me at one point in time, but like I seen my faults and I seen where it had me at to the point where it's though like I was letting people talk to me and do whatever they want to do to me and stuff like that. But it ain't gonna happen, like, cause I'm right at them. You know what I mean? Like I'm going right at them and stuff. You know, they can kill me and stuff. You know, I like my life, but you know, I'm not gonna let you just run me over and just beat me in my head and stuff like that. I'm gonna protect myself.
At the end of the day,
and then if I see some, at the end of the day, we all men and stuff. I see somebody, you know, trying to hurt somebody else walking down the street or something like that, and they can't protect themselves, so I'm gonna try to help them as well. You know, and I have done it in plain sight.
I definitely thank you for sharing your story, brother. And the same thing, I hope things get better for you. It's definitely achievable and possible, and you know, because you've experienced it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We just have to. A lot of time we got to get out our own way. That's you know, a lot of time we're in our own way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And once we learn to get out of our own way, and for me, because I went through a lot of shit when I was young, and you know, I spent 17 years in the penitentiary. My life was fucked up. So for me, I used to use that shit as an excuse to get high. Oh, I had to see my mother in the coroner's office. I've been in the penitentiary. All that shit I used to use for an excuse to get high. And when I started using that shit for fuel, it started being like, fuck this. I'm not gonna do it no matter what. I'm just gonna focus on the right thing. And it took a while before things started clicking, but it started clicking. You know what I mean? So you can definitely do it, and you know that because you've done it.
Right.
You know,
right now I get high. I try to stay away from my kids. Like, I don't even want my kids to see me like this now. You know, I got 3 children. I still got 2 boys and a girl. My oldest is 13.
How's your relationship with them?
I try to stay away from them because I don't want them to see me like that. You know, I don't want them to see me in this state. I like them to see me as the way how I left.
Yeah, gotcha. I thank you very much for sharing your story, brother. And like I said, I hope next time I come down here, I don't see you or see you doing what you want to be doing instead of what we need to be doing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I appreciate you.